if they have lied on love as they have lied on God, then wouldn't love be confusion, and wouldn't confusion be love once love is discovered to be true love? See, like if someone's lying to you about someone that you now love, and you love that person because they lied to you, then wouldn't you hate love in the flesh once you meet it because you've heard about it, but you never actually saw it, right? Because the person who was telling you about love was not showing you the love that they was telling you about. So wouldn't you be confused by the appearance of love? Now, so what I'm saying is confusion, for which according to the Black's Law Dictionary is legally defined as the angels of the dragon, that old serpent, the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, the high priest Caiaphas, the Pharisees, the chief priests, the high priests, the scribes, the elders of the people in Jerusalem, in the temple in Jerusalem, in the judgment hall in Jerusalem, the descendants of the high priest Caiaphas, Pontius Pilate, the Pharisees, the chief priests, the high priests, the scribes, and the elders of the people in Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church in Eatonville, Florida, hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, prisons, and judgment halls all over the world's mistaken beliefs in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, prisons, and judgment halls all over the world about the origin of about the origin. The origin. So hold on, I gotta look it up. See, but this is what I'm telling you now. My grandchildren. See, I'm saying this how my mother taught me. So since I can't turn my knowledge into what I know you gonna need, cause what I was doing was I was seeing what I needed, but these people around me thought I was crazy cause they can't see cause they doing whatever they doing to survive. They was never working a plan to get out of struggle. So your daddy, which I'm talking to Tamika Ray Sean Castle, I'm talking to Tommy Chancey Castle Jr., Junior. And I'm talking to Tommy Chancey Castle Senior, me. See, because now I'm able to, and I'm talking to my wife, right? See, this is 4 castles. See what I'm saying? Now, the apostrophe S was my cousins, my friends. See what I'm saying? Because I was going to give them, you know what I mean, what I'm not giving y'all, the blueprint to my success. But they must have was jealous. So now I gotta tell you, my grandchildren, because they done took the fruits of my labor away. But they believe in a God, but they give a man or a woman that's doing the work that I'm doing fruit. Now, fruit is money in exchange for services. Now, in the spiritual world, see, they turn against a person like your granddaddy, and in the secular world, because I'm cut from the cloth of Minister Malcolm X, Dr. Martin Luther King, Mr. Fred Hampton, Mr. Medgar Evers Wiley, see, and others, Miss Harriet Tubman, Miss Sojourner Truth, Miss Fannie Mae Hamer. See, those are the people that I'm cut from. These people in this generation that your granddaddy is now in exile within is deceived spiritually, mentally, financially. They're exploited. And so when you got one person like your daddy and your granddaddy and your husband who working a plan, then see, my plan look like an ulterior motive. See, like I had an illegal intent. But see, your granddaddy and your daddy and your husband came from illegality. So that's why I knew, and my mother told me to consult the law. So see how these people's parents taught them to consult the Bible, which I kept wondering, okay, if I consult the Bible, what that's gonna do with me doing what I did. See what I'm saying? Because I kept getting in trouble when I was young. So it was like, well, you keep telling me Jesus did something for me, but I keep getting in trouble. Then they said, well, you got to reap what you sow. See, so you get confused. Like I was confused. I didn't know, well, can I do this and Jesus forgave it, or y'all lying on Jesus? So that's what I'm saying. Do they lie on love and then make you lust after the name Jesus? Or do they lie in the name of the Prophet Muhammad and they make you lust after the words in the Quran? See, I'm saying, what is the origin? Well, see, now I got to.
Origin.
See, but, you know, I get emotional. But like I say, if I don't show you what my mama showed me, then I don't show you my mother. And my mother get lost in my history. And if my mother is the foundation for my mental growth, then I have to give my grandchildren the blueprint or the technique. See what I'm saying? But this is where it hurt, right? That people who not going nowhere stop you from going somewhere. See, I went just like Moses, right? I left my family at 18 years old to create this life for you, my bloodline, and my adopted children, because as a child, I have an ability to look forward. See, I don't know, you know, like you got some people who can run real fast, man. I mean, they set world records. But in your generation, somebody gonna break it. Somebody gonna be born faster than the people now. I know you, it's like, what? Because they so fast, but it was people fast and they thought couldn't nobody be faster than them. And boy, now with people running by them like they wouldn't be nothing, because see, they training more, they eating better. See, those people was naturally fast. Like they just was fast, right? But then you got the man and the woman who work on technique. See, they wasn't as fast as those people naturally, but they knew that if they master their technique, they can get their time down. See, they not running. Smart people run their own race. Ignorant people run someone else's race. Right? See what I'm saying? See, a smart person know that the only person they can control in their race is them. So they work on beating the clock, not beating the man. See what I'm saying? See, if I beat my best time, then I'm bettering myself. Now, as I chase my best time, I become my greatest competitor. See, and that's what happened with me. See, I hate to lose. I got married at 19. My father-in-law thought I was going to mess my wife's life up. I'm competitive with my own father. So now I'm competitive with my father-in-law. I'm gonna show him. Say, man, nah. And now the rest is history. See, my partner and I, Ant, right? And I say Ant because this is a great man. Like, he is similar to me as I am similar to him. See, but it's just, it's like I could see him in everything he did. He could hear me in everything I was doing. But then that love for each other, the devil came in and made it stronger. See, that's why I'm saying the origination of love goes back to its roots. See, that's why, like, he can know that I never borrowed no money from him, and he never borrowed no money from me. We didn't have nothing. And we met in the Navy. We were broke. I mean, we laugh about it. We used to say, give us all our money, and we ain't playing. $5, close the account. I'm serving the country. This is true. I can't raise a family. I can't raise a family, and I'm in the Navy. So we laugh about it now that we was doing good, like the plan worked. See, so I used to tell him the plan when we was in the Navy. See, that's why I'm trying to go to court. I'm saying, listen, man, y'all trying to make money. I'm trying to give these children my life plan so they can believe in it. But see, look at all of the black folk, man. See, if you was building a church, they're all in. But where is the self-reflection? Like, you reflecting on Jesus, but you not reflecting on who killed Jesus. So therefore you don't see that you are the crowd that will continue to say, crucify Jesus, because you gonna continue to need Jesus' blood to wash away your sins. You see, you are a slave to sin. So just like the Israelites was a slave in Egypt to Pharaoh, you are now a slave to sin. And that's why you had to kill Dr. Martin Luther King. You had to kill Minister Malcolm X. They was revealing your sin. See, but back then, you just kill somebody, you just ride for a couple of months or a couple of weeks. They bring the National Guard in and against citizens, and they caused all of the crime. They the conspirators. So now I'm looking at them because I'm looking at them through history. The origin. Okay, listen, the origin. Rise. This is the Webster's Dictionary version. Cause you know what? Hold on. I'm gonna check that lady that she done made me mad, or whoever that was, and now I don't even want to try it. See? Hold on, I want to see what's that here. Man, I can't even see it. Let me see. Nope. Well, hold on. You know what? I'm later on. That lady, man, or whoever that was, you made me mad about that. See, I can't even get it out. But anyway, Webster Dictionary. It's another name in front of that. But I ain't gonna try. Okay, all right, hold on. But listen, this is in the Webster Dictionary definition of origin, right? It's the rise, beginning, or deviation from a source. See, so I am the originator of my truth. I am the originator of my life plan. See, I'm not the originator of my existence. That's my mother and my father. I don't come from no water, the ground. I don't know. See, that my daddy named Tom Castle Jr. My mama named Dolores Yvonne Rackett Castle. So those where they say my daddy planted me and my mother, not in no ground. I formed in my mother, just like any other natural birth. But I came to this world with a mind out of this world. It could learn, and then it could adapt, and then it could overcome, and then it could teach while it's going through. Then it can tell after it done made it out. But see, they all still stuck in their own understanding. So granddaddy, daddy, and husband gotta try to come to you through all of this confusion and say, I know y'all see me, but see, when you let people in your house, you can't get them out. So you gotta learn how to deal with them. See, I dealt with project people because I'm a project person. See what I'm saying? So I'm telling them, say, listen, this is what Muhammad Ali was telling me about. He was saying, see, this ghetto is here. It's not where you live, it's how you think. So it doesn't matter where you go with a ghetto mentality, you're gonna turn where you at into the ghetto, because that's the way you think. See? So when I'm moving out of my ghetto mentality, see, when people said something to me, I was open. See, I didn't get angry like I used to because I was coming out of that ignorance. And see, this is what I'm saying. If you are conditioned to fail, you're gonna fail without thinking because you conditioned to fail. So that's why they say they push your buttons, because once a person gets you to act like they want you to act, then they done trap you in your actions. But they not your actions. See, it's their actions perpetrated on your mental canvas, and then you projected exactly what they wanted you to do. See, so they drawed you out. Think about it. See, this is why they say they drawed you out. So that's what I'm doing. See, I'm drawing the devil out, but from amongst devils who have been taught to fail. And I'm trying to show them, say, listen, man, I know you looking at where I was, but let me tell you about where I originated from, my origin. I'm from South Street Projects. See, and I didn't sell no drugs, and I didn't make it out playing basketball, but I'm not saying that's, see, it's like Jay-Z said something. He said, it doesn't matter how we get out of this motherfucker, right? If we got to dribble our way out, work second floor shifts on the hospital to get out, see, it don't matter long as we make it out. So I'm asking you all, why do you hate me for coming back to fertilize your project mentality and replace it with a mansion mindset? See, I'm saying, look at when I changed my mind, look at where I was living. See, I was in a gate, but it was a gated community. I wasn't in a prison camp. I was in a community within a camp, like Moses. See what I'm saying? See, you're not looking at the differences in Moses and I. Moses had to run from physical slavery, but Moses was not a slave. See, that it was unique because the story was he was saved from slavery by his mother. She put him in a basket, sent him down the Nile. Sister, see, that's a plot. It was a plan. Sister was the maid for Pharaoh's daughter. She knew she wanted a child but couldn't have one. So boom, they set that up, saved Moses. Now Moses came back and delivered them. And look what the Israelites did in return. They still fighting. So look, Moses' people was the people in the wilderness. The Israelites was the ones enslaved. Don't you see the similarities? My descendants, my ancestors' descendants were slaves. Now, we all wasn't slaves, and they true, see, because it was such a thing. See, in my research, it's a such thing called a free slave. And I didn't know that until I read Miss Harriet Tubman's book. Well, it was narrated by Miss Harriet Tubman, but written by somebody else because she couldn't read nor write. But I read it, and it was saying that her husband, John Tubman, was a free slave. And man, that blew me away, because I'm saying, see, now my wife a free slave, my daughter a free slave, my son a free slave, but I'm a slave. See, I'm like Miss Harriet Tubman. See, I'm reading the history of anybody who try to deliver a slave from slavery, because they have mentally accepted that they successful. See, you got to understand, when I read the Willie Lynch letter, I understood. See what they do is they give us levels of success when they gave us all slavery. So now it's like a privilege to be a slave. See, that's what I was telling my partners, right? I'm saying, bro, it's like we hit the lottery. You know, and I was telling a cousin of mine, we tokens, boy, he got mad. Ooh. And I say, bruh, if it wasn't for affirmative action, and boy, see, now I'm against affirmative action now, because I see what the abolitionists see. See, they saying, hey, man, see, but we think that the person who actually fighting for us is the person that's against us. And we think that the person who helping us, so-called, is actually helping us, but they actually hurting us, because they not allowing us to grow wise. They are feeding us wisdom. See, that's a difference. See, if you grow wise like I grew wise, then you see who feed knowledge, and they're doing it intelligently, right? Then you see, I've been arguing with them in school ever since the ever since first grade, 6 years old. See, but I was the one that everybody ostracized. Oh, Thomas, oh, you got the worst son in the world. Oh, man, they used to murder me, man, with the tongue. See, that's why I'm telling y'all, see, this is the second time I've been crucified through the tongue. See, I'm saying, y'all say, oh, well, he tripping. I'm saying, hey, I'm now seeing my stumbling blocks that had me tripping when I was a kid. See, I was fighting the physical image of a spiritual being. Now I'm uncovering and revealing the spiritual being in the physical person. See, that's what my mama was telling me. Say, Tommy, you can't beat it out of them. I didn't know what she was talking about. See, until you get into a situation, and then you hear what she's saying so you don't lose yourself. See, that's what I'm telling y'all. See, I found myself when they was trying to get me to lose myself. And that's why I'm telling you about, have you ever been to the edge of insanity? See, when you go to the edge of insanity, you are not at the edge of your insanity. You at the edge of an insane person's plan. See, why you think they say mastermind? But when they say mastermind, they talking in illegality terms. But what about if you a legal mastermind? See, where you don't use your mind for evil intent. because you got a woman that you don't want to answer to. See, cause my wife was with me when she was my girlfriend, and I was trying to beat it out of her. See, so she know I fight, but she don't know that I beat her mentally. But even though she saw it, cause she the one told me to go back to school and get my high school diploma. See, I got kicked out of school for fighting. See what I'm saying? And so I went to the Navy, you know, like I went to the Navy, man, and because I was like one of the last people who could go in without a high school diploma. So, but you had to score 50, and with a high school diploma, you only had to score 27. So I had scored a 58, and I was going to the Navy, and she was like, man, don't go, you know, they gonna think you dumb. And and I was like, you right, you know what I'm saying? So I went back, but she didn't think that I would graduate early. See, she thought that I was gonna get out of because I didn't have to actually go, because, you know, I was in delayed entry. So I knew that I was going in August, but it was like January. So I was like, hey, man, I'm going on in August. I'm gonna enjoy myself. I'm going, you know what I'm saying? So she was like, man, don't go get your high school diploma. So I'm glad she did, because what would my story be? See, a high school dropout, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I'm glad that I went and listened to her and did it. So now it's got the 3 weeks that I did it. I did it in 3 weeks. I say 4 only because I turned the pre-algebra paperwork in too late to take the test on Friday. So I had to wait. I was done the 3 weeks. All I had to do was take the final exam. That was it. And I couldn't take it to the next Friday. So I say 4 weeks, but it's actually 3. Then look, I had 4 weeks again. I gave a week to Pastor Willie C. Bonds. And he said that he had a lawyer in the church that was going to help me, my wife, and my 2 children, and my grandmother. And I was going to join the church. The man threw me out. I had 3 weeks before I had to go to court, just, you see. And I went, and the rest is history. That's the origin, right? The rise of King Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. At the beginning of Tommy Chancey Castle, see, Benita Elaine Epps was with Tommy Chancey Castle at the beginning. We rose together, and now he is King Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of 4 Castles Incorporated, and she is Queen Benita Elaine Epps Castle of 4 Castles Incorporated. And our first seed is Princess Tamika Rayshawn Castle of 4 Castles Incorporated. And our second seed is Prince Tommy Chancey Castle Jr. of 4 Castles Incorporated, because they made me have to show my divine bloodline was royal on the earth. So now if I am in the heavens and the earth, wouldn't I be divine as well as royal? See, wouldn't my source be divine directly from God? And then wouldn't my blood be royal to show that I'm the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords? See, if you force me into having to prove it, why then can't you prove that I'm not who I have proven myself to be? So your mistaken beliefs in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, prisons, and judgment halls all over the world about the origin of King Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of 4 Castles Incorporated's legal, historical, biblical, religious, spiritual, financial, mental, and federal services in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning is a condition for which, according to the Black's Law Dictionary, is legally defined as a future and uncertain event in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, prisons, and judgment halls all over the world. Now, I'm saying on January 13th in 2024 at 5:29 in the morning is when it was an uncertain event to you, because now I'm giving you the certain event, right? Now, I'm not telling them, because I'm not putting it in this motion that I just wrote, because when they find it, it'll be what was uncertain to them would now be certain. See, this is what I'm trying to tell my grandbabies. See, these people starving me because they can't afford me, because they done robbed me for 15 years. Black, white, all of them. See, so don't think that they not unified. They unified at the top. See, this is what I'm telling you all. See, whenever you get what granddaddy trying to give you and what daddy trying to give you and what your husband trying to give you, understand you could be doing wrong to me. See, so that's why daddy is trying to show you how to help daddy. See, don't do for me, allow me to do for myself, because I'm coming out of the projects. See, I'm coming out of a failed mentality. That's why I was telling my daughter, Tamika, I came from where somebody tell you can't, you can't, you can't, you can't. That's all they know. That's why I went to the military, so I can learn how my country operate. See, I told my daughter so she knows, and I told her when I didn't have to tell her. I told her why I went to the Navy. So on which the existence and the extent of an obligation and liability depends in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning. And an uncertain act and event that legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally triggered. Now, see, this is the definition of condition, though, see? But, like, I had somebody tell me that I'm perjury, but I don't want to say their name because I love them. But what I was trying to tell them, I'm saying, if somebody's stealing my thoughts, wouldn't they be charged with perjury? But if I'm using their words to describe their perjury of my thoughts, then how can I be charged with plagiarism? See, I'm saying, well, how do I, for whom was denied of the right to read and write through ancestral disability, right, who had to teach myself how to use their words to describe their crime against me? But how then could they charge me with plagiarizing my life story? See, I'm saying they the one making me play my own role. See, I'm saying, how about if I couldn't redirect their direction? How would you see the misdirection in their direction? See, so if somebody's leading you astray, why would you come after the person who revealing the person who trying to run them crazy so they can move them out of the way? See, so you trying to, a man like me using my truth to get you out of the liar's den. Now, Jesus told you about the den of thieves. I'm showing you a den of liars who judges. So wouldn't that be like lions, and you and they not playing and toying with you because you don't know they're a lion, but you a sheep. See what I'm saying? They keep talking about a wolf, but I'm saying, man, I saw lions and lionesses, and I had to defend my lioness from this lioness who now is Eve. See, I'm saying, like, why y'all don't look at, like, the judge now could be the serpent in the image, in the female image of Eve. See, they gonna continue to break the law, and now they're in a position of power. So, see, once you break the law, how you know they breaking it? See, because you are the children of Adam. You are the children of Eve. You came when you killed your brother Abel. You came when you steal from your brother Abel. See what I'm saying? See, they had two children that hated each other. Then Abraham, see, his seeds was cursed through Isaac. Well, you don't hear nothing about Ishmael's children. Where they at? See, it's when that sin flows over, see, into the life of the righteous. See, they get jealous of your fruits. See, but what's your offering? You the gangster. I ain't no gangster. Man, my family, my daddy used to call me a square while he's sitting at my house. See, I'm saying, but you, where your house? But I ain't say that though, because I didn't want to, you know, even though he hurt me, like I'm saying, well, but then I'm saying, did he actually hurt me? But see, that's why I told my dad, I say, man, you know, this the happiest I ever saw you in me when you thought I was failing. And he told me out his little apartment. He said, man, you got to go. After I came from Pensacola, Florida, to take care of him because he had to have hip surgery, he threw me out of his house for me to be homeless. And I went to my Aunt Felda house, which was my grandmama's house, which was my house. And that's when my brother came and threw me out of there. And now I can't go to, if I go over there, really, it's a restraining order against me. Just like it's a restraining order at 940 West Canton, apartment A110, Winter Park, Florida. See, they threw me out of there in December of 2023. Then now they want to throw me out of here, and my daddy threw me out. See, this is what I'm telling y'all, like, is love a condition? Like, I don't know, man. I'm looking at my people, and they done just watch my life be taken, and I'm reading the Bible, and I'm saying, oh, so this is what they did to Esau, so they gonna starve me to death. And now everybody looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm saying, aren't y'all starving me to death? I get on here every day and say, man, damn, they just took my money, and now nobody, see, that's what I'm telling my grandchildren. I'm saying, what God do this generation believe in? And then you know what they're going to do? They're going to make me a God, but I'm going to be dead, and then I'm going to be merchandise, just like Minister Malcolm X, just like Dr. Martin Luther King. See, I just want y'all to see that life is not a business. Life is not a job. Life is an obligation. See, if you don't go and get what you need to live every day, you're going to lose your life. So if you keep working for something that don't produce life, then what the hell are you producing? Something that is not conducive to life? So they say, give your man a living wage. I used to always tell my friend, I say, man, I would rather work for food and water, a house, nice place. See, I would rather work for that than work for money and try to maintain that. So that's why I'm offering it to y'all like I wish I had it. I'm saying the money is just checks and balances, but the job is to maintain the lifestyle. That's what my job was, to maintain the lifestyle. But see, when they didn't like the lifestyle, they took the job. And I'm saying, okay, now I'm Forecasters Incorporated. I have my right to my pursuit of happiness. And then the descendants of slaves came in with their God. And I'm saying, well, what the hell is your God now doing in my goddamn court case? I got a lawsuit. What the hell is you bringing your God to me for now if your God is not a defendant in this lawsuit? So now I'm saying, well, hey, hold on. Is Jesus Christ created by the high priest Caiaphas. Then I read the Bible and I say, oh, that's Saul, the first king of Israel. Oh, no, that ain't Saul. I say, how the hell you know? The definition of Paul is Saul, who changed his name from Saul to Paul when he met Jesus in a cloud. I'm saying, so you believe him, but you don't believe my truth. And Saul, as Paul done wrote 14, and some people say 15 books in the New Testament, but these slaves and descendants of slaves is telling me about Paul is greater than me. I'm saying, wait. Well, so you saying you believe that Paul met Jesus, but what then is, in that little time, he then taught everybody as if he was a true disciple of Jesus, but now here y'all who follow in his doctrine is now stopping me from getting out of court. So y'all didn't do what his motive was when he was screaming threatenings and slaughters against Jesus. No, against the followers of Jesus, because Jesus was already crucified, and they heard that Jesus had rose, so they sent people after him. See, you don't see that? They say he rose. So now when they see what's happening, they create Jesus Christ. Now he brings you back to the church. See, Saul was actually chasing you down so you don't tell the story. Then he realized once you was in mass, then I'm Paul. Because see, but nonsense, I won't say that and I won't lie, because I'm saying, well, my wife knows, like my children know, that I don't believe in that. They know that. So now if I lie, wouldn't I be deceiving my Eve and my fruits? Who they would be like, well, who that is? Now, they probably tripping that I'm reading the Bible, but I'm saying I'm reading the Quran too. Now, they probably really tripping then, but I'm saying if I am enlightening myself, why wouldn't I read all books of enlightenment? See, that's what I kept. Why would you, as a seeker of knowledge, then decide what knowledge is true knowledge when you was denied of all knowledge except the Bible? So why would you take your enslaver's God into your freedom? See, that's what the Israelites did. They brought them pagan gods, and now they in Israel fighting. But is that Israel? How the hell is it Israel when the Israelites and Jacob was all sinners? The man starved his brother. So where is the goodness in the Israelites when their father starved their damn brother? Their creator stole a blessing through trickery. This is in the scriptures. So wouldn't that be like case law of the crime? But see, now if you are a descendant of Jacob, see, then you don't want to hear the truth about the fact that your father starved his twin brother. So why wouldn't you now show compassion to your uncle's children when you saw that your goddamn granddaddy starved their granddaddy, starved him? See, and now here my family done took 15 years of my youth, the best years of my life, and they just watching it go and go, because what can they do now? See, that's what I'm saying. Like, when something is controlled and your people are mentally detached from you, then now they are out of control. See, that's why I used to tell it, he like my son, Terrio. I say, hey man, you can't always control the situation, but you can control yourself in the situation. I was trying to tell him, say, hey man, I see this situation that got out of control. What you doing? See, I go to my partner, hey, what you doing? See, oh man, you don't know man, you need help. See, and I'm saying now you don't see that you not letting go of the misinformation that was given to you has taken 15 years away from me, but my truth has been growing steadily. So, and I have been growing my mind through reading still. So now, do you not see that every day I become wiser, but you still stuck on the same bullshit, man? It's 15 years later, I done wrote books, I'm doing videos, but you won't help me enrich myself. You keep telling me I'm crazy. And I'm saying, brother, do the smarter I get, the dumber you get. Like, what the fuck is going on? But see, I'm the one suffering, but I've been suffering my whole life. But I'm telling my great-great-grandchildren, man, like, don't think you better than nobody. I see what my mama was talking about, which is be your grandmama. See what I'm saying? When I told her I was greater than Jesus, which I am, right? But she told me that I would have to prove that. She say I'm not better than nobody, but she say nobody better than me. So I, being a legal mind, I took it to think that I had to prove myself. See, so that's why when I went to court, that's what I was doing. But see, these motherfuckers knew because they read the Bible. See, I was just doing what my mama told me. If I believe I'm greater than this man, I'm supposed to prove it. So I did it, and now here the descendants of the high priest Caiaphas doing me just like they did Jesus of Nazareth of Galilee. Then I'm reading that these clergymen did Dr. Martin Luther King the same way they doing me. And I'm saying, now when y'all gonna get charged, man? Y'all got us out here sick, man. It's like you can't tell the truth because they lying. So if you done lied from the beginning, your origin is a lie. You a false statement. That's why you keep making false statements. You can't tell the truth. So see, it's like federally triggered me, for whom name is Petty Officer 3rd Class Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of the United States Navy in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning. The federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning. And legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally negates the angels of the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, the high priest Caiaphas, the Pharisees, the chief priests, the high priests, the scribes, the elders of the people in Jerusalem, in the temple in Jerusalem, in the judgment hall in Jerusalem, the descendants of the high priest Caiaphas, Pontius Pilate, the Pharisees, the chief priests, the high priests, the scribes, and the elders of the people in Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church in Edenville, Florida, in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida. I ain't finished it. I didn't put the date in, on August 12th in 2008. See, that's what I like. Oh, you know what? I didn't even finish this. Well, it was, like I say, did what I was telling my man, TJ. I don't proofread this stuff because I never finish it. And so see, this is one that you would have seen and you would have been like, well, and I'm saying, well, it was what it was. It is what it is. See, I'm saying this my real life. I had to do something. I might have had to go somewhere or something. And when I came back, I was done with that. See, but when I'm proofreading it, I saw where I left off. So this what I'm telling y'all, like when I saw where Dr. Martin Luther King left off, then I took up where he left off. See, I'm getting us out of court. See, he gave me the instrument to get me in, and I could have came out of court with money. But what I did is I build the case in court so I'll know what the resources I need. See, well, what kind of company owner would I be, right, if I didn't know what I needed to complete the mission? So say if I was building a house, but I have a bunch of people but no skills to build a house. How can I build a house unless I go and get a person who have the knowledge to build it? Now I have the people, so that person got to have the ability to teach. See, so some people like me, they impatient with other people. See, so now they'll do it, but I gotta see myself, and I can't put somebody like me over teaching somebody. See, but it's some people who can teach it but can't do it. So see, I have to be able to know what is effective and who would be effective when I delegate authority. So now, if I see that I have to become so many different things, then I see the administrative part of me, right? Now I see the things that I had to learn in order to support my family. See what I'm saying? Like I had to, learn electrical, because there wasn't no landlord. I was the landlord. See, my uncle, I had to learn because I had a roof that leaked one time and I didn't know how to fix it. And it was it wasn't a shingle roof. It was a tar roof. And man, boy, we had a leak. Boy, I didn't know what to do. So when it rained, and we in Florida, man, you had to put a pot down. Oh man, I was so ashamed. But I finally got the money. Cause see, at the beginning we were struggling, but we had our own house and we were struggling for our own. And then I got it patched. Then I started learning. See, I said, man, I gotta learn, man. So my uncle taught me how to fix a shingle roof if it leaked. See, so I had my roof in that it was a shingle roof. See, if it would have leaked again, I knew how to go up there and fix it because I went and worked with my uncle for free. But see, it wasn't for free because I learned how to fix my roof. So my partner in Pensacola, he had a leaking roof with a shingle on it. I said, nah, bro, I know how to do it. Boom, boom, boom. Went up there, fixed it. See what I'm saying? See, and this is what I'm trying to get you young kids to understand. If you barter with ability, your investment can't help but multiply. But if you invest money and you do not put nothing behind that money, you can lose your investment. You see what I'm saying? So those of us who need a job, as well as those of us who need a better condition in life, we need to invest our time creating a better condition for life. And then as we create a better condition in life, we ourselves will live a better life. So if you do not start investing in yourself, then you're going to be investing in someone else's condition of life, living in the same condition you living in now. So your children are going to inherit the same job that you done inherited because you didn't invest in a better job. See, so what I did was I sued the man who took the job. And then I'm giving you the plan that gave me the life to sustain without a job. See, but if you was to give me the money for my time that I am now sharing with you, then I wouldn't be starving. But see, these are thieves. And that's why I'm talking through the murder of me. See, they murdering me daily. See, this is what they did to Moses. See, these Israelites, these black preachers, these ministers, these motherfuckers in this spiritual world, they still in my life, moment by moment, frame by frame. See, they saying they not gonna help me. See, but they can't. See, because if they help me, then they know that everybody would believe in me and not in them. See, it's not about saving the family. It's about deceiving the people for economic gain. See, your granddaddy is thinking about you. See, before you born, and your mother and your father know that's how I am. See, because I was telling them, and then the Bible say I'm right. It says a good man not only leave his children an inheritance, but his children's children. See what I'm saying? But look at these Christians. Look at my friends. See, they spiritual, man. And they speak it, but they taking it from me. See, they won't help me be a good man. They want me to be under them. And I'm saying, well, show me a good man. You done sat here and helped the devil starve me, man. Oh, boy, I ain't did nothing. I know. But eventually people gonna see. In the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning, in accordance with my for whom name is Petty Officer 3rd Class Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of the United States Navy's oath, for which, according to the Black's Law Dictionary, is legally defined as a solemn declaration accompanied by a swearing by me for whom name is President Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of Fort Castles Incorporated, to legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally protect and defend the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the Ten Commandments, the Holy Bible, and the Holy Quran against all enemies, foreign and domestic, in Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church in Edenville, Florida, in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in Osceola County Courthouse in the Middle District of Florida. No, I'm trying to do something else. I'm just gonna do it. Cause what I'm saying is, this gonna be for infinity and beyond, eternity and beyond infinity, because it's case law. So see, I'm showing you, like, when I came out of the courts, this how many times I went back in. Now you say Jesus came back from the grave, but now where is his testimony? See, I'm saying somebody changed Jesus of Nazareth of Galilee story and started plagiarizing. See, that's plagiarism right there. And perjury, all of that the church doing, because now where's Jesus Christ? See, they've been lying to you, saying he don't come when you want him, but he right on time. But according to the scripture, when he came into Jerusalem, they killed him. So now, when can the spiritual world ever allow him to come in without him judging them from past experiences with them? See, wouldn't the evidence of the first experience now show the second? So now, if Dr. Martin Luther King had to write a letter from a Birmingham jail and tell you about the Christian people who was telling him he was like Jesus, and now here I am, done went in and out of court. Look, this means, hey Chris, this for you. So swearing by me for whom name is President Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of Fort Castles Incorporated, to legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally protect and defend the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the Ten Commandments, the Holy Bible, and the Holy Quran against all enemies, foreign and domestic, in Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church in Edenville, Florida, in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12 in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning for eternity and beyond infinity, which I, for whom name is President Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of Forecasters Incorporated, legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally rendered in love, for which according to the Black's Law Dictionary is legally defined as a strong feeling of deep affection for God, for whom are Allah's children in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, prisons, and judgment halls all over the world. Allah, for whom are God's children in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, prisons, and judgment halls all over the world. And my, for whom name is King Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of Forecasters Incorporated's atheist children in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, prisons, and judgment halls all over the world, in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12 in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, or is love, for which according to the Black's Law Dictionary is legally defined as a strong feeling of affection for someone in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, prisons, and judgment halls all over the world, to whom one in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, prisons, or judgment halls all over the world is sexually attracted to in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, prisons, and judgment halls all over the world, a condition, for which is defined as a premise, for which according to the Black's Law Dictionary is legally defined as a previous statement and contention in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, from which a conclusion is deduced in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, a statement or idea in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning for eternity and beyond infinity, that one in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, prisons, and judgment halls all over the world will all accept as true and use as a basis for developing other ideas in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, prisons, and judgment halls all over the world, after upon which the fulfillment of an agreement in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, prisons, and judgment halls all over the world are made in forward confusion, for which according to the Black's Law Dictionary is legally defined as confusion occurring when God, for whom are Allah's children in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, prisons, and judgment halls all over the world. Allah, for whom are God's children in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, prisons, and judgment halls all over the world. And my, for whom name is King Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of Forecasters Incorporated's atheist children in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, prisons, and judgment halls all over the world are likely to believe mistakenly that the state of Florida's infringement of the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the Ten Commandments, the Holy Bible, and the Holy Qurans, legal, historical, biblical, religious, spiritual, financial, mental, and federal products are from the same source in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning, as from the same source as the 50 states and territories of the United States of America's trademarks, for which, according to the Black's Law Dictionary, is legally defined as a word, phrase, logo, or other sensory symbol used by me, for whom name is Petty Officer 3rd Class Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of the United States Navy in the civil and criminal courthouses in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning, as the birth father, for whom, according to the Black's Law Dictionary, is legally defined as biological father, for whom, according to the Black's Law Dictionary, is legally defined as the man whose sperm impregnated Queen Benita Elaine Epps Castle of Forecasters Incorporated, for whom is the biological mother of Forecasters Incorporated's two genders, for whom are defined as the behavioral, cultural, or psychological traits typically associated with one sex, and my, for whom name is King Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of Forecasters Incorporated, and Queen Benita Elaine Epps Castle of Forecasters Incorporated's Garden of Eden, for which is defined as the garden where, according to the account in Genesis, Adam and Eve first lived. It is what legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally shows that I, for whom name is a Petty Officer 3rd Class Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of the United States Navy, am the creator, for whom, according to the Black's Law Dictionary, is legally defined as settler, for whom, according to the Black's Law Dictionary, is legally defined as someone, for whom name is President Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of Forecasters Incorporated, who makes the final settlement, for which, according to the Black's Law Dictionary, is legally defined as a court order discharging an executor, for whom, according to the Black's Law Dictionary, is legally defined as someone for whom name is King Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of Forecasters Incorporated, who legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally performed, and legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally carried out my, for whom name is Petty Officer 3rd Class Tommy Chancey Castle Sr.'s duty to disclose adverse authority. And this is the definition of duty to disclose adverse authority, for which, according to the Black's Law Dictionary, is legally defined as a lawyer's duty, for which, according to the Black's Law Dictionary, is legally defined as a legal obligation that is owed or due to another, for whom name is King Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of Fort Castles Incorporated, that was legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally satisfied by me, for whom simple name is simply Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of Fort Castles Incorporated, specifically in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning, to legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally point out in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, prisons, and judgment halls all over the world, legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally to God, for whom are Allah's children, in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, prisons, and judgment halls all over the world. Allah, for whom are God's children in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, prisons, and judgment halls all over the world. And my, for whom name is King Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of Fort Castles Incorporated's atheist children in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, prisons, and judgment halls all over the world, the courts in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the mornings, contrary to the evidence, for which, this is the legal definition, and this how it's described as contrary to the evidence, for which, according to the Black's Law Dictionary, is legally defined as of an argument and finding in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:20 in the morning, illegal, historical, biblical, religious, spiritual, financial, mental, and federally conflicting with the weight of the evidence presented by me, for whom name is Petty Officer 3rd Class Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of the United States Navy, at the contested hearings precedents, for which, according to the Black's Law Dictionary, is legally defined as something such as the serial violation, for which, according to the Black's Law Dictionary, is legally defined as the practice by an employer for whom name is the United States Postal Service committing a series of discriminatory acts against me, for whom name is Petty Officer 3rd Class Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of the United States Navy, as an employee of the United States Postal Service in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning, all of which illegally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally arose out of the same defamatory intent in the Lockhart Branch Post Office, in the Lockhart's branch intent at, not in, but it would, well, I'm gonna say at, because it's a place, not a person. Okay. Federally arose out of the same discriminatory intent at the Lockhart Branch Post Office. History in the making. Now I'm going to say in the United States. Wait a minute. At the Lockhart Branch Post Office in the United States Postal Service in Orlando. Yeah. In the United States Postal Service in Orlando, Florida. Okay, yeah. Arose out of the same discriminatory intent at the Lockhart Branch Post Office in the United States Postal Service in Orlando, Florida's violation. See, violation of my for whom name is President Tommy Chancey Council Sr. of Forecasters Incorporated Civil Rights. Okay, let me see. I'm going to go back. This for you, Chris. Okay. Serial violation, for which according to the Black's Law Dictionary is legally defined as the practice by an employer for whom name is the United States Postal Services committing a series of discriminatory acts against me for whom name is a petty officer, 3rd class, Tommy Chancey Council Sr. of the United States Navy as an employee of the United States Postal Service in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12 in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning, all of which illegally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally arose out of the same discriminatory intent at the Lockhart Branch Post Office in the United States Postal Service in Orlando, Florida's violation of mine for whom name is President Tommy Chancey Council Sr. of Forecasters Incorporated's Civil Rights, for which according to the Black's Law Dictionary is legally defined as any of the individual rights of personal liberty guaranteed by the Bill of Rights, for which according to the Black's Law Dictionary is legally defined as a section, usually in a constitution, defining the situations in which a politically organized society will permit free, spontaneous, and individual activity, and guaranteeing that governmental powers will not be used in certain ways, especially the first 10 amendments to the United States Constitution's 13th, 14th, 15th, and 16th Amendments, as well as by legislation such as the Civil Rights Act of 1964, for which according to the Black's Law Dictionary is legally defined as a federal statute that prohibits employment discrimination and harassment on the basis of race, sex, pregnancy, religion, and national origin, as well as prohibiting retaliation against an employee who opposes illegal harassment and discrimination in the United States Postal Service at my for whom name is Petty Officer 3rd Class Tommy Chancey Council Sr. of the United States Navy's workplace at the Lockhart Branch Post Office in Orlando, Florida, is the same type of discrimination and harassment that has occurred against me, for whom name is President Tommy Chancey Council Sr. of Forecasters Incorporated in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, and still exists in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:20 in the morning, as well as on January 13th in 2024 at 6:18 in the morning. See, in the controlling jurisdiction, for which according to the Black's Law Dictionary is legally defined as a government's general power to exercise authority over all persons and things within the 50 states and territories of the United States of America in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, especially the state of Florida's power to create interest that will be recognized under common law principles in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12 in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning as valid, for which according to the Black's Law Dictionary is legally defined as legally sufficient in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, after the 50 states and territories of the United States of America's estate, for which according to the Black's Law Dictionary is legally defined as the amount, degree, nature, and quality of a person for whom simple name is simply Tommy Chancey Castle Sr.'s legal, historical, biblical, religious, spiritual, financial, mental, and federal interests in the 50 states and territories of the United States of America's legal, historical, biblical, religious, spiritual, financial, mental, and federal execution, for which according to the Black's Law Dictionary is legally defined as the act of carrying out, as well as to legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally put into effect the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the Ten Commandments, the Holy Bible, and the Holy Quran's heritable securities, for which, according to the Black's Law Dictionary, is legally defined as a debt instrument, legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally secured by a charge against the angels of the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, the high priest Caiaphas, the Pharisees, the chief priests, the high priests, the scribes, and the elders of the people in Jerusalem, the temple in Jerusalem, the judgment hall in Jerusalem, the descendants of the high priest Caiaphas, the Pharisees, the chief priests, the high priests, the scribes, the elders of the people in Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church in Edenville, Florida, in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, prisons, and judgment halls all over the world on heritable property in the 50 states and territories of the United States of America's illegal, historical, biblical, religious, spiritual, financial, mental, and federal business transactions, for which, according to the Black's Law Dictionary, are legally defined as an illegal, historical, biblical, religious, spiritual, financial, mental, and federal action in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning, legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally affects the 50 states and territories of the United States of America's financial as well as economic interests, including the making of contracts anywhere in the world, because of mine for whom name is Petty Officer 3rd Class Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of the United States Navy's Two Worlds intellectual property organizations, for which according to the Black's Law Dictionary are legally defined as an agency of the United Nations, educational, scientific, and cultural organization formed in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning. In the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. And in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning for eternity and beyond infinity, to legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally promote intellectual property protection worldwide in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, prisons, and judgment halls all over the world through legal, historical, biblical, religious, spiritual, financial, mental, and federal cooperation among Folk Houses Incorporated, Chancellor Incorporated, and other countries in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, and universities all over the world, and legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally administer multilateral treaties in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, and universities dealing with the legal, historical, biblical, religious, spiritual, financial, mental, and federal administrative aspects of Folk Houses Incorporated's biblical, religious, spiritual, financial, mental, and federal intellectual property. Wait a minute, I'm gonna say nah, because it's legal, historical. Okay, administrative aspects of Folk Houses Incorporated's legal, historical, biblical, religious, spiritual, financial, mental, and federal intellectual property, for which, according to the Black's Law Dictionary, is legally defined as a category of intangible rights protecting commercially valuable products of the human intellect. So that's my books. See, that's what I'm saying. So just like I was listening to that dude Charleston White, and he made a point. He said that you know, all of the stuff we see on Dr. Martin Luther King, them, and Minister Malcolm X, they didn't copyright it. See, the news agencies or whomever recorded that encounter, they own the rights to the video because it's their video. So now, but the man who is the content, the family don't get paid. So that's when I'm glad that now I upload these things on something that is mine. You know what I'm saying? That's my channel. You feel me? So my children will be able to receive the value from my products of the human intellect, of me, for whom name is President Tommy Chancey Cowser Sr., of Folk Houses Incorporated, in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:20 in the morning for eternity and beyond infinity. Is why, for whom name is King Tommy Chancey Cowser Sr. of Folk Houses Incorporated, is who legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally set up Folk Houses Incorporated and Chancey Incorporated's legal, historical, biblical, religious, spiritual, financial, mental, and federal trust, for which, according to the Black's Law Dictionary, is legally defined as the right enforceable solely in equity, for which, according to the Black's Law Dictionary, is legally defined as fairness, impartiality, even-handed dealing in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:20 in the morning, to the legal, historical, biblical, religious, spiritual, financial, mental, and federal and beneficial enjoyment. So it says to the legal, historical, biblical, religious, spiritual, financial, mental, federal, and beneficial enjoyment of Chancellor Incorporated, to which Forecasters Incorporated legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally holds the legal, historical, biblical, religious, spiritual, financial, mental, and federal claim of title, for which according to the Black's Law Dictionary is legally defined as claim of ownership, for which according to the Black's Law Dictionary is legally defined as the possession of a piece of property with intent of claiming it in hostility to the true owners of Forecasters Incorporated, for whom simple name is simply Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of Forecasters Incorporated, and Queen Benita Elaine Epps Castle of Forecasters Incorporated, and Petty Officer Third Class Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of the United States Navy, and Vice President Benita Elaine Epps Castle of Chancey Incorporated, for whom are the true owners of Chancey Incorporated for eternity and beyond infinity, in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:20 in the morning, is how Forecasters Incorporated and Chancey Incorporated's property interests will forever be held by King Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of Forecasters Incorporated and Queen Benita Elaine Epps Castle of Forecasters Incorporated in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning for eternity and beyond infinity, in the midst of the Garden of Eden, for which is defined as a place of pristine natural beauty in the midst of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:20 in the morning, after the Prophet Muhammad legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally testified of me, for whom name is King Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of Forecasters Incorporated, in the Shihi International Version of the Noble Quran, chapter 109, verses 1 through 6, which is when the Prophet Muhammad told God, for whom are Allah's children, in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, prisons, and judgment halls all over the world. Allah, for whom are God's children, in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, prisons, and judgment halls all over the world. And my, for whom name is King Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of Forecasters Incorporated's children in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, prisons, and judgment halls all over the world. Say, O disbelievers in me, for whom simple name is simply Tommy Chancey Castle Sr., I, for whom name is Petty Officer Third Class Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of the United States Navy, do not worship in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:20 in the morning, what you in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, prisons, and judgment halls all over the world. Nor are you in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, prisons, and judgment halls all over the world, worshipers of what I, for whom name is President Tommy Chancey Counselor Sr. of Four Counselors Incorporated, worship in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in the Osceola Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning. Nor will I, for whom name is King Tommy Chancey Counselor Sr. of Four Counselors Incorporated, in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning. Be a worshiper of what you in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, prisons, and judgment halls all over the world worship. Nor will you in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, prisons, and judgment halls all over the world be worshipers of what I, for whom simple name is simply Tommy Chancey Counselor Sr., worship in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning. For you in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, prisons, and judgment halls all over the world is your religion, for which according to the for which is defined as a personal set or institutionalized system of religious attitudes, beliefs, and practices in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, prisons, and judgment halls all over the world. And for me, for whom name is Petty Officer 3rd Class Tommy Chancey Counselor Sr. of the United States Navy, is mine for whom name is President Tommy Chancey Counselor Sr. of Four Counselors Incorporated's religion, for which according to the Black's Law Dictionary is legally defined as a system of faith and worship usually involving belief in a supreme being and usually containing a moral and ethical code, especially such a system recognized by the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the Ten Commandments, the Holy Bible, and the Holy Quran, in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning, after my for whom name is President Tommy Chancey Counselor Sr. of Four Counselors Incorporated's devil, for whom is defined as the personal supreme spirit of evil, often represented by Christian belief as the tempter of humankind, the leader of all apostate angels, and the ruler of hell, illegally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally forced me, for whom name is King Tommy Chancey Counselor Sr., into having to legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally create Four Counselors Incorporated and Chancey Incorporated in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12 in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse in the state of Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning, is where, when, how, as well as why, I, for whom simple name is simply Tommy Chancey Counselor Sr. of Forecasters Incorporated created two worlds, one in the name of Forecasters Incorporated and the other one in the name of Chance Incorporated, and legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally led Forecasters Incorporated and Chance Incorporated out of the midst of the false statements of my for whom name is President Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of Forecasters Incorporated's devil in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12 in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning, is why I, for whom name is King Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of Forecasters Incorporated, am the creator of heaven in the name of Forecasters Incorporated in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, and the creator of earth in the name of Chance Incorporated in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and the revealer of hell here on earth in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2008 at 9:30 in the morning. If I didn't even finish it, if the high priest Caiaphas, the Pharisees, the chief priests, the high priests, the scribes, and the elders of the people in the temple in Jerusalem said that Jesus of Nazareth of Galilee is a blasphemer. See, so what I'm saying is, I had to create my two worlds, Forecasters Incorporated and Chance Incorporated. Well, you know what? I'm going to say after. I'm going to say after. Because I didn't finish it. So I'm going to say after. So I had to do that after the high priest Caiaphas, the Pharisees, the chief priests, the high priests, the scribes, and the elders of the people in the temple in Jerusalem said that Jesus of Nazareth of Galilee is a blasphemer, for whom, according to the Black's Law Dictionary, is legally defined as irreverence towards or contempt for God, religion, a religious icon, or something else considered sacred in the temple in Jerusalem. Language, behavior, or a work characterized by such irreverence or contempt in the temple in Jerusalem. Blasphemy, for which is defined as the act of insulting or showing contempt or lack of reverence for God in the temple in Jerusalem, was and I, for whom simple name is simply Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. in this Macedonian Missionary Baptist Church in Edenville, Florida, is still a crime at common law. So was and I have, okay, I'll see what I was saying. Was and I have, and I, for whom simple name is simply Tommy Chancey Castle Sr., has found. That's what I was saying. I knew it was something. See, okay, all right, there it is right there. I got it now. I knew man. But hey, I'm glad y'all seeing it. So my grandchildren to see, I be going somewhere, I'm doing something, then I have a thought, then I go and put that thought somewhere else in this same thing. But then when I'm going back, I've been forgot that I didn't finish this thought. But the thought is finished. See, it's just that now that I have learned something else, the thought get longer. See, that's why I'm saying it's over 100 books, because I learned so much, and the only way I can bestow this knowledge, because my friends won't allow me to give you the vision of it, because they don't believe in it. See, so they won't invest in it, and then they don't want to see that the devil done stole my investment. So they don't want to look at what the devil did. They blaming me for what the devil did. And now I can't go to court to save you from my friends and the devil. See, so it's like Job. See, these are my familiar friends who think they know me, but they helping the devil destroy me. But they, in their mind, they right. So what can I do other than suffer in their understanding? See, it doesn't matter what I know. It doesn't matter, because they done already decided that I don't know nothing. But this is my life now that they done decided that I don't know nothing about. But I'm saying, well, how the hell you know my life? Like, you won't let me go to court and defend my own life, but yet you say that I did something. And I'm saying, well, why won't you let me go to court and prove that I didn't do what you said I did? Oh man, you can't go to court. So see, black people, my friends that I consider friends, have denied me of my goddamn rights. Not no white man. That's why I want to let the children in the future know. Listen, these white folks did not do this to me. My friends and family did it. These white folks tried to settle with me in court, but granddaddy being black and he loved his people so much he wouldn't do like they doing. But now I see what Jesus said. These are not my people. Even though it's my brother, it's my daddy, they are not my people. They got the same blood going through their veins, but they don't have the same mentality. See, that's why I say my people. That's intellectual people, not people that'll do anything for money. See, your granddaddy won't do anything for money. Your daddy won't do anything for money. And my wife knows I won't do anything for money, because I saw my daddy do it. Now, he didn't do anything, now, but he had my mama. See, when you a pimp, you got your wife doing something that only should be done with you. And so when I come up with that mentality, I didn't understand it. See, so now that your daddy and your husband is using his intellectual property, see his family, see, they never that my family never accepted my ability to think. They never did. So that's why granddaddy, daddy, and your husband is now trying to show you his ability. See, they was always afraid. Think about it. If slaves was denied the right to read and write, and now they have a brilliant child amongst them that can read, well, they scared for that child. It's against the law for the child to read. So you got to beat the knowledge out of the child to save the child who breaking the law just by having the ability to learn. See, that's what I'm telling my daughter. I'm saying, see, I understand now. These people scared of knowledge, and they think they smart, and that's how the man able to deceive them with the knowledge that he give them. See, he give them knowledge. They don't learn to give their children knowledge. See, that's what I'm doing. See, so when the devil gave me the opportunity to go through the lesson plan, then I had planned the lesson. Now I'm able to teach both plans. See, I'm saying, well, listen, I had a plan from the time I was 18 years old until this very day. So my plan from 18 to now is the plan that I'm defending. So now I can see their economic plan was to enslave me all the way back to high school, all the way back to first grade. And I'm saying, hey, man, the spiritual world aided and abetted them when I was 6 years old, and now y'all all starving me. So I'm saying, see, man, it's y'all, the damn demons, who think you know. And what the fuck do you know? You don't know you committing a goddamn crime? You know. Was said, and I, for whom simple name is simply Tommy Chancey Council Sr., has found in Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church in Edenville, Florida, is still a crime at common law in hoods, projects, community. So what I'm saying is blasphemy is still a crime. But these people tell you, well, they've been telling me all my life that I'm a blasphemer for believing in me. and I don't believe in Jesus. I'm saying, hold on, brother, do you know what blaspheme mean? That means I'm using Jesus' name in vain. I'm saying I don't believe in Jesus. And then they say, oh, that's blasphemy. I'm saying, brother, that's not blasphemy if I don't believe in Jesus. It's blasphemy if you believe in Jesus and starving me in his name. That is showing irreverence for Jesus. That's why I don't like him. I'm saying, you mean to tell me you whoop me in his name, now you starving me in his goddamn name, and I supposed to care for him? Hell, I'm saying, well, I was trying to care for you, but you done been starving me in his name, and they been whooping me in his name since I was a kid. And I'm saying, well, see, man, tell me how y'all can do this shit in this man's name, and it's not no fucking crime for you starving me. See, this is what I'm saying. You starving me in Jesus' name, but then saying, well, I'm starving you because you don't believe in Jesus. And I'm saying the reason why I don't believe in Jesus is because a motherfucker like you will starve me in his name. And I'm saying, well, damn, why can't I use my name, my truth, my likeness to save me from a situation I'm in? This is what I keep telling my family. I'm saying, well, damn, man, I'm in court. You keep telling me about Jesus when he was in court. But I'm saying, well, you don't see the kangaroo court that Jesus and I are both in? You don't see it now? Man, still remains, has found in Macedonia. Well, hold on, man, let me see. So I'm saying that blasphemy still remains. So in some United States jurisdictions in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning. That's when they charged me with blasphemy for being me, just like the high priest Caiaphas charged Jesus of Nazareth of Galilee with blasphemy for being him. See, when you do the works, then they say you trying to be like somebody else who did the works. But you saying, no, my works is revealing your evil works are the same evil works that Jesus revealed. I'm saying, see, when you do in your own life what you supposed to do, then you see those who stealing other people's work. See, y'all are the ones plagiarizing. You preachers, you ministers, that's not your testimony. You telling as if it's yours and you enriching yourself. That's not your testimony. In the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning. See, that's where I gave my written testimony, and now I'm going to get the testimonies to show that you are the descendants of them. See, that you're not a follower of Jesus, you are a follower of the people who killed Jesus. That's why you kill progress. You a murderer. But it is rarely, if ever, enforced in the temple in Jerusalem. See, the only time y'all did it was with Jesus. Now y'all throw people out. But you used to kill, see, in the Judgment Hall in Jerusalem, in Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church in Eatonville, Florida, in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida. See, this is where I charge the blasphemers, just like Jesus should have charged the blasphemers, but he didn't have the power to charge them because they was the authority over the law. On August 12 in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning because of its because of its questionable constitutionality under the First Amendment in the United States Constitution. See, like they charging me with blasphemy, but the First Amendment in the United States Constitution says that they have committed a crime in accordance with the First Amendment of the United States Constitution. See, that's why the church and the state now throwing me out of court. See, because now I'm bringing the first 10 amendments to the Florida Constitution and the United States Constitution with the 10 commandments. See, so I got 30 laws. see, so how they sold Jesus for 30 pieces of silver. Now I got 30 laws on them. I got 10 Bill of Rights, the Florida Bill of Rights. I got the 10 Commandments, and I have the 10 United States Bill of Rights. See, 30 laws against 30 pieces of silver. See, they continue to try to protect their money. See, and I keep telling you that I am protecting you with the law. See, I mended the law that Adam broke. And I'm giving you the promise under one Father that Adam broke into. So that's why now, because Nigel, one, whoever the hell that dude is, came and tried to take my company, Folk Houses Incorporated, I had to then destroy him in that world and then create another world for my children to inherit, because this motherfucker came and tried to take my goddamn shit. But now I can't go to court to smite that motherfucker because you stinking motherfuckers helping him. But the iniquity of your father will be passed on to your children for 3 or 4 generations. So brace yourself. Your bloodline is going to be destroyed. I promise you that. You best motherfucker. If you motherfuckers kill my son, I'm gonna chase your ass down and squash your blood out like a fucking lemon. You know how a lemon, you squeeze that motherfucker and ain't nothing, you take it all. That's what I'm gonna do to you. I'm gonna take your bloodline, I'm gonna take that bitch off the map. That's what you did to mine. See, my son, that's it. See, so when you kill my son, you kill my bloodline. Now I'm gonna destroy your bloodline. See, so now, see, this is what get me, right? Now everybody's saying I'm wrong, but when I'm still here educating you, not once did I hurt you or nothing. But do you know how motherfucking bad you hurt me when I saw my son laying in that motherfucking casket? Did you know the pain I felt that I loved you and it cost my fucking son his life? So you think that I want to save your fucking life? You didn't save my son. You didn't save Jesus, so why the fuck should you be saved? You a murderer, man. You murdered Jesus, and now you murdered my son, and now I'm gonna lethally inject your ass. You done fucked with the wrong person, man. You see, constitutionality under the First Amendment in the United States Constitution and hoods. No, see, I done got upset. In Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church in Edenville, Florida. In the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning. And wait a minute. Okay, see, I must have been this. See, I got mad when I was writing this, man. But y'all violating the law, and then y'all, these people none the wiser, man, because they don't know that they've been led astray. That's why they can starve me. But I'm telling you, today you starving me, but tomorrow it's gonna be a flood of retribution at your doorstep. See, you ain't got no blood over your post. You got a lie over that motherfucker, and all liars gonna be destroyed if y'all done kill my son. See, so I'm trying to tell you, you ain't going to no heaven. You murder. Ain't no murderer going with me. So I don't know who the fuck y'all. That way I keep telling y'all, I'm not Jesus. Ain't no murderer going with me and ain't no thief going with me. I don't need that shit around me. No liars, none of that shit. You keep that shit in church. I don't want that shit around me. Somebody you can't trust, motherfucker want to kill you for a piece of fucking paper? Nah, man. Fuck I need you around me for. You stay with the devil. Because when I meet you and the devil, I'm going to kill you both. You fuck with my son, I'm gonna show your motherfucking ass. Them 12 legions of angels fit to come to your ass, boy. You best believe that. It's the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the 10 Commandments, the Holy Bible, and the Holy Quran. I'm sending at your ass with my testimony in tow. See, so when all of them laws come, then my evidence gonna flood in like the Red Sea. And then it's gonna say seize, chop off. See, then they gonna holler y'all name. See, cause y'all know that fucking Jesus y'all talking about ain't coming. He ain't coming now, so that's why you start. I done got mad, man. See, I done got mad. See, But I just want y'all to know that the forecast for your future is doom. You killed my son, don't you hear me? I'm tracking you down, man. When did Jesus Christ, for whom according to Christian Science is defined as the highest human corporeal concept of divine idea, rebuking and destroying error and bringing to light men's morality in Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church? See, I'm saying, when did he do what I did? See, in Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church in Eatonville, Florida, where I tried to bring salvation in, and Pastor Willie C. Barnes threw me out, just like the high priest Caiaphas put Jesus on the cross. See, when he threw me out, he put me on this cross here that's got me starving. But y'all been feeding him for 15 goddamn years. So what heaven y'all gonna get into when your goddamn religious leader is the descendant of the high priest Caiaphas? So did the high priest Caiaphas get into heaven with Jesus? What heaven did he go into? So you mean to tell me the father of Jesus allowed that motherfucker to go to heaven after he killed his son? See, that's what I'm asking, right? Because I'm telling you, you motherfuckers is fit to die. That's what I'm telling y'all. Like I'm saying, you legally dead and you starving me. So that's murder. That's premeditated murder in the first degree. So when you starve me to death, that's lethally injecting you. You're gonna die too. I'm gonna have people chase every citizen down in the state of Florida and kill them, just like the Reverend did with the followers of Jesus. See, they was tracking them down and killing them. See, so y'all done fucked around and started a holy war. See, with a man that wasn't even spiritual. See, you done started a holy war with a man wasn't even religious. Man, see, that's what I'm saying. You through. Legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally. See, but I redeemed you, for which is defined as to buy back Jesus of Nazareth of Galilee. See, so now when did Jesus? Okay, now this is what I'm saying. I bought back Jesus of Nazareth of Galilee. That's why I'm telling you his story. But when did Jesus do it? When did this Jesus Christ do it? See, so I'm saying, when did Jesus Christ, for whom according to Christian Science is defined as the highest human corporeal concept of the divine idea, rebuking and destroying error and bringing to light men's immorality in Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church, in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning. And wait a minute, damn, what did that shit just, why is it continuing to move? Now I just put this thing in here and it's gone again. See, I get that what I'm saying. These goddamn computers, man. I just put this in here and it's gone. See, but that's what I'm saying. I'm ready to get this fucking wall started, man. I'm tired of y'all fucking with me, to be honest with you. See, I'm saying, where the people at? So we can go and start fucking fighting, man. Because, see, y'all want to fucking starve me and fuck with me. And then don't want to give me no money. You don't want to do shit. See, I want to fight now. Because you motherfuckers telling me y'all done killed my son. Ain't no amount of money you can give me, motherfucker. I want your motherfucking dome. I want to kill you. Bitch, you killed my son. Fuck you. So when did Jesus Christ, for whom according to the Christian Science is defined as the highest human corporeal concept of divine idea, rebuking and destroying error and bringing to light men's immorality, in Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church in Eatonville, Florida, in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2008 at 9:30 in the morning, legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally redeemed, for which is defined as to buy back Jesus of Nazareth of Galilee, for whom is defined as the Christian religion, for which is defined as a personal set of institutionalized system of religious attitudes, beliefs, and practices of the Savior, for whom is defined as one for whom name is Jesus of Nazareth of Galilee, who saved the followers of Christianity from danger and destruction of the Christian faith, specifically in the temple in Jerusalem, and especially in Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church in Edenville, Florida, and more specifically in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12 in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning, if Jesus Christ, for whom is defined as the Jewish religious teacher, whose life, death, and resurrection as reported by the evangelist are the basis of Christian message of salvation, for which is defined as deliverance from the power and effects of the high priest Caiaphas, the Pharisees, the chief priests, the high priests, the scribes, and the elders of the people's sin in the temple in Jerusalem, but nevertheless preached in the temple in Jerusalem, illegally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally sacrificed, for which is defined as an act of offering Jesus of Nazareth of Galilee to Caesar, for whom, according to Matthew 22, verse 21, that says, they said unto him, for whom simple name is simply Thomas Chancey Castle Sr. of Four Castles Incorporated, Caesars. Then said he, for whom name is Jesus Christ, unto them in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, prisons, and judgment halls all over the world. Rendered therefore unto Caesar in Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church in Edenville, Florida, in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:20 in the morning, the things which are Caesar's in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, prisons, and judgment halls all over the world. So see, the things to me that was Caesar's was his money. See, so now I gave Caesar what I thought was Caesar's, which was his money. And it say, and unto God, see, for whom simple name is simply, and to God, for whom name is King Thomas Chancey Castle Sr. of Four Castles Incorporated, in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse on January 4th in 2024 at 9:20 in the morning, the things that are God's, for whom simple name is simply Thomas Chancey Castle Sr. of Four Castles Incorporated, in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the world. See, that's when I gave Caesar his money for you, my people. And if you want to get more minute about it, I gave Caesar his money for my wife and my two children. See, if you want to be selfish. See, but me being me, knowing who I am, I thought that all y'all who came from where I came from, the projects, po hoods, po communities, po schools, po colleges, po universities, po work environment, just po all around was my people. And now you bastards done starved me for money. See, so see, you are the blasphemers. You are the motherfucking Judases. See, you sold your children for 30 pieces of silver. You sold Jesus' children for 30 pieces of silver. You sold Allah's children for 30 pieces of silver. You sold God's children for 30 pieces of silver because you sold your own children for money. See, I gave all of the money up for my goddamn wife and my 2 children. And my family, friends and family started talking about the money that I had asked for 10 years later, 15 years later, when I took them and my family, my wife, in place of the money and fulfilled what your Lord and Savior said you were supposed to do. Now, when did your church do it? They take money from you. So how they not then Judas? They take money like Judas took money from the church. So aren't you now the body of Christ that now paying your leaders to tell you something? But why you not paying them to do for you as you should pay me for what I've done for you? When they for whom are the angels of the dragon, that old serpent. The dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan. The descendants of the high priest Caiaphas, Pontius Pilate, the Pharisees, the chief priests, the high priests, the scribes, and the elders of the people in Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church in Edenville, Florida, in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, prisons, and judgment halls all over the world had heard these words. They for whom are the angels of the dragon, that old serpent, the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, the descendants of the high priest Caiaphas, the Pharisees, the chief priests, the high priests, the scribes, and the elders of the people, in Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church in Edenville, Florida, the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole, the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:20 in the morning, marveled, for which is defined as one for whom name is Jesus of Nazareth of Galilee, that causes wonder in Jerusalem, in the temple in Jerusalem, and in the judgment hall in Jerusalem, and one for whom name is Petty Officer 3rd Class Tommy Chanzikowski Sr. of the United States Navy, that causes astonishment in Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church in Edenville, Florida, in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:20 in the morning, and left him for whom name is President Tommy Chanzikowski Sr. of Four Castles Incorporated in Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church in Edenville, Florida, in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the Osceola County Courthouse. No. I wonder why they keep taking the federal courthouse out of here. Because I know I'm going to put it in here, and it keep going. But see, like I say, man, if you fighting a conspiracy, right, then that's what they try to make you do. And that's why I'm glad my mama taught me, man, because I see what she was saying. See, you can't let nobody take your mind, because once they take your mind, they take your essence. And once they take your essence, then what you left with. You know, that's why I never, you know, people used to say I was trying to buy my wife, man. It pissed me off. Because I say, how can I buy love? You can't buy love. You can't afford it. But see, they were jealous of the life we was living. And that's what I was telling them. You don't want to be me now. You don't want to be my wife now. But you wanted to be her then. And left him for whom name is President Tommy Chanzikowski Sr. of Four Castles Incorporated in Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church in Edenville, Florida, in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, in the Osceola County Courthouse in the state of Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning, and went their way in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, prisons, and judgment halls all over the world, in Rome, for which is defined as the Roman Empire, for which is defined as the empire of ancient Rome that began with the imperial rule of Augustus Caesar in 27 before Jesus of Nazareth of Galilee, and concluded at its greatest extent all of southern Europe, Britain, northern coast of the Black Sea, Armenia, and regions south of the Caucasus. So Caucasus. So I guess that's Caucasian, see, because it's a Caucasus. So they look, C-A-U, that's Caucasus, C-A-S, and us. See, so I'm saying Caucasus. So I don't know. You feel me? Mesopotamia and adjoining regions of Syria, Palestine, and the northwestern corner of Arabia, excuse me, damn. Wait, man, Arabia. You feel me? I'm telling you, man. But hey, I'm gonna get that word right though on the dictionary thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like to get mad. As you see, especially when I'm trying to teach. Because my daughter said that I was tough on her. And I was like, girl, my mama was way tough on me. Way tough. But I guess because I was like my son, see, she knew that I could do it, but I was acting like I couldn't. And that would piss her off, man. Like, oh my goodness. But I'd be looking at her like, Mom, you tripping. You know what I mean? I'm saying, you don't understand what I have to go through. See, she wanted me to be smart, but I'm saying, I got to fit in. See, and then when I was fighting all the time, she be like, well, why you fighting all the time? I got to goddamn fit in. I'm saying, hey, if I show up like you trying to get me to do, I got to fight them. If I act like I'm acting now, I'm cool. See, but that's what I was trying to tell my mama. When you around a bunch of ignorance and you are light, then they want to put you out because they think you like telling them something. But you saying, if I'm showing you something, isn't that greater than just telling you? Because I'm showing it to you. That means I'm doing something you can look at. But see, this is what I keep telling my daughter. Do you think that this your daddy's first time? I'm 55 years old. I'm telling you about my lifetime. This the only life I have. And see how my family destroyed it? And now I got all these sick ass people in my life. And now I can't just be your father. That's what daddy was telling you.